Welcome to the Registered Investment Advisor Podcast, where financial services marketing expert Seth Greene interviews experts, executives, and top producers to share can't-miss tips on how they successfully manage their financial service firms, grow their businesses, create great relationships, and influence the industry. And now, here's your host, Seth Greene.
Welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Seth Greene. Today, I've got the good fortune to be with Rahim Rajpar of HelloPlum.com, otherwise known as Plum Life. Rahim, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome to be here, Seth. Thanks for having me.
All right. So first of all, let's tell everybody what Hello Plum is, because you built a fascinating business model.
Yeah, interesting and certainly different from a lot of the insurtechs that you see out there. Listen, life insurance, complex, paper-based, and ripe for distribution, right? Everyone knows that. That's why insurtechs are on the rise. But a big part of the focus in the insurtech space has been direct-to-consumer. We're not about direct-to-consumer. We're about the agent. We believe agents are the heroes of our industry. We believe customers want advice. They want the ability to be able to transact digitally, but still have the support and help of their agent. And that's what Plum Life does. It gives the client the ability to work, off their phone when they want to work, but still have the comfort and guidance of an agent.
And so how does Plum Life work?
So we work directly with agents. Agents bring their clients to us. Agents come onto the platform, they sign up, they can run quotes, they can start applications, share links with their clients, market their own businesses off of Plum Life. And, ultimately, it's all about getting the app in front of the client. They do that digitally. They can fill out the app. The client can fill out the app. They can work on the app together. They can go back and forth collaboratively, but in a digital world. And then, the agent can track the progress of the app. We've got a pizza tracker on there. They can check in to see when things aren't moving or when they have a question from a customer. They can check their commissions. It's really an end-to-end, starting from, registration, prospecting, appointments, quoting, binding, commissions, in-force, all on one platform. One of the things that we always heard from the agent was, I got to go to too many sites and I can't remember all my passwords. So we wanted to create sort of this one-stop shop for the agent to do business on.
All right, so that is absolutely awesome. Let's do a deeper dive because it does so many different things. So I'm an agent and an advisor. Yep. So first of all, do I have to how do I get appointed with you? Do I have to change anything I'm already doing? If I'm at a broker dealer, how does this work?
Listen, we try to remove all the hurdles. We'll contract directly with agents. We'll contract directly with GAs, and we don't require any exclusivity. So if you're working with another BGA or an IMO, we don't require you to, sever ties with anyone. You just join us. You register. It takes about 2 minutes. As far as appointments go, we get you appointed with the carrier. That takes, about 3 or 4 minutes to complete the paperwork. We're not sending you out a big fat PDF to complete. It's an online appointment process. You upload your E&O and you're good to go. And about 24 hours later, we'll send you a note saying you've been appointed. But the great news about the platform is you don't necessarily have to wait to get appointed to start quoting and start sending applications off to your client, as long as you're not in a pre-approving state. There's only 4 of them, so most likely you're not. So it's super easy to kickstart your progress on Plum Life. As far as how agents register, literally HelloPlum.com, become a Plum partner. That's what you click on, and you're good to go.
Awesome. And then you talked about, so as an agent, I can use this to run illustrations. I can use this to provide quotes. You also talked about, I believe you mentioned the magic word of marketing on the platform. Tell us about that.
Yeah, listen. So my co-founders and I, a lot of us are marketers by our day jobs, right? But ran digital businesses for a bunch of global carriers, right? And so we wanted to help the agent find their client. We think agents oftentimes need help unlocking what's in front of them. They've done a great job when we're not working in the digital space, for the most part, when an agent walked in the door of a client's home, they were pretty much going to leave with a signed app, right? But the reality is that working in a digital environment, agents need help in how to do that. So there's a couple things that we do. So first of all, we give every agent their own customized quoting page. So they can share that quoting page with clients. They can post that quoting page to social media. We have agents who are buying advertising and sending clients to that quoting page. It has the agent's picture on it, their calendar link on it, their phone number, their email. When you send something out, you need to make sure the agent is providing sort of that end-to-end and giving the opportunity for the client to then take the next step and book a meeting or run a quote. Any quote that is generated off that quoting page, okay, is 100% attributable back to the agent. So as soon as someone starts an app off that quoting page, which the client can do and go full service, self-service, if they wanted to, the agent gets notified that has happened. And at that point, they can sort of jump in and offer their guidance and help. And so that's one big tool of ours. And we've seen a lot of success with that, because what it's given agents the ability is to market their services in a digital way. So that's the first thing. Second is prospecting tools, right? So I'm going to age myself, but I used to do, prospecting letters in Word, and I used to do cooperative advertising templates that people used to put in the newspaper. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah, I did both of those. Hey, direct mail is still one of our biggest channels.
Absolutely. So we have sample prospecting letters, we have sample postcards, we have sample ads. The only thing that has switched is the medium, right? So there's
because you can execute that all online now.
Exactly. So we've got this great tool which allows agents to upload their client lists and choose from one of today 4, but in like a week and a half, we're adding another 6 templates of prospecting templates. So they come from the agent, not from Plum Life. We incorporate the agent's custom information, so their phone number, their calendar link. Again, you want the customer to take action, right? We have a list of topics that the agent, once they upload that list, can send out any one of those letters to their clients. We then keep track of it. So there's a CRM function working as well. You can actually see, or the agent can see, if the client interacted with that email, see if they opened it, see if they clicked on the links in there, see if they engaged in there. And when they do, we send them a little notification saying, your client, Joe Smith, he's playing around with that email that you sent. Might be a good opportunity for you to call out, right? So we're giving the agent the push or the nudge to say, hey, this might be a hot lead for you. I'd take it. I think the third category of tools that we've got, Seth, is our client care program. And what we do is when an agent sends out a quote, we start nurturing that client on behalf of that agent. We send notifications to start that app. We send notifications to finish that app. We send notifications to sign that app. And all of that is actually resulting in about a 30% lift in conversion rates. So we're helping the agent market while the customer is going through the process. We're reassuring the customer. We're reminding them why they started this process, and we're pulling them through the pipeline in a digital way. And they're getting reminders from us via text and via email, because we know my email is pretty thick and text is where it's at today. So a lot of our success has been around getting clients to act when we send them a text message.
So you basically, if I'm understanding you correctly, you've built a complete end-to-end solution where I, as an agent, get my own basically mini website / lead generation landing page. You've got marketing that will drive people traffic to the landing page to generate leads. And you've got automated CRM nurturing functionality to help make sure those people actually end up closing and they get the policy and I get paid. Did I get that right?
You pretty much got it right.
So you built it. I mean, that's a better mousetrap, right? That's exactly in this day and age.
Yep. That's exactly it. And, if at any point the agent has a question or the client calls them and says, I'm wondering where we are with the process. The agent can literally go off of one of these phones, right? Log in and see where they are in the process. So transparency of the process is super important. We've really tried to simplify without taking away, quite frankly, the meat of an insurance product. I don't personally believe that we're a one-click type of industry. It's very hard to try to, become the Amazon, right? Because it's not one click. Insurance is more complex than that. What we've tried to do is build not only a better mousetrap, but an experience that is simple for the agent and the client.
That is awesome. Ballpark, if you're allowed to, how many advisors are on your platform right now?
Yeah. So we launched last September. So that would be September 2021. We went live.
All right. So you've been 6 months.
Yeah. So we've got over 1,200 agents signed up.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. We're excited. I was just actually doing an interview right before this to hire some help because we need it. But, they were saying, so what's an agent's reaction like? Like, we haven't met someone who says, wow, I don't think I can put this to use to help build business, right? So for us right now, it's all about activating agents. The response has been great. We have super high agent NPS scores. Our agent NPS scores are above 60, which at this stage in the game,
I'm going to say you're relatively new.
Yeah. So we're thrilled with that. We're regularly making enhancements to the platform. Our platform is designed by agents. And when I say that, this is what I mean. We get tons of feedback every single day saying, hey, it would be great if you could do this. It would be great if you could do this. And so, 2 weeks later, I'm happy to write that agent back saying, hey, thanks for that piece of advice. We've now incorporated it into the platform. The whole calendar link, as an example, one agent called me and said, can we work this into the platform? Yeah, let's do it. All right. Another agent says, you should put that on the page as well. Okay, let's do it. So what's nice about this is that it's being informed by agents. So it's intuitive to the agent. We also don't really want, the agent to have to follow our way of doing business. Every agent likes to work differently based on their style or based on their client. So what our platform does, it gives them the flexibility to actually do that. As an example, the client can fill out the app. The agent can fill out the app. They can fill it out together. You can send out a quote. You can send out a link to the application. You choose. Depending on who your client is and how you want to do business, you can auto issue some policies if they come back at or better than what was quoted. Again, simplifying and quickening the process. So it's all about customizing the way the agent wants to work. Every bit of our communication has that personalization in it too, because that does help boost conversion.
Absolutely. That is awesome. I love that you're iterating and constantly evolving and growing along the way. Is it just the platform for pulling all this off? Or are you guys also actually the physical insurance company, or are you like brokering and shopping the insurance?
No. What we're doing is this. So we've partnered with, our goal is to partner with carriers. We're not an insurance company. We don't have paper, right? So what we do is we find carrier partners and we leverage their paper and their product, but we build an entirely different front end and experience to it. So our partner today is SBLI. We're using their term product. But in the next sort of 3 to 6 months, we've got lots of new product coming up.
Yeah, I was going to add, you got term, which seems much easier to quote, obviously. Yeah. I was then going to ask, do you have fixed index products, whole life, variable life, or is all that hopefully coming?
Well, not hopefully, it is coming.
Even better.
So, also things like disability, final expense, an AD product. We want to curate a suite of products that advisors want to sell. I think one of the core differences between us and some of the other digital insurtechs out there is that our products are designed for agents to sell. So they're super competitive in pricing. They have things like conversion options. Our term product, as an example, right, has a conversion option in it. We take replacements, right? Like a lot of these digital companies, what they do is they try to really sort of simplify the experience and they limit things because that's extra work or extra process. And so we're designed, not just for the happy path. We're designed for even fully underwritten policies. So we certainly have a good chunk of our business that are going fully underwritten, and our clients and their clients are getting through the process because we've built that mousetrap to constantly help pull the client through it.
It sounds like you built something amazing. What's your biggest challenge now?
Right now is scale, right? So we're growing fast. That's our goal. I wouldn't say it's our challenge, it's our goal, right? I would say our biggest challenge right now is keeping up with demand, right? Like I said, I was on a hiring interview right before this, trying to build up our team. We've got a lot of agents who want to sell with us. But what we like to do is customize the experience for them and reach out to new agents, have that onboarding call, help them through the platform, give them selling ideas. The bulk of our agents today, I would say, are using the platform, and they've gone in and played around with it. They've submitted some quotes, they've started some apps, they've finished some apps, but we want to turn these people into heavy users and coming to us as a first and last stop. So that's sort of my goal as the CMO and the guy who heads up our sales is to get agents submitting more and more business on the Plum platform.
Absolutely. Your passion is obvious. What do you like best about what you're doing?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Listen, at the end of the day, I love the fact that, this is a startup mindset. I've worked at the big company. I liked working at the big company, but working, in a startup where you can have an idea and execute on that tomorrow, is awesome. Having, resources and a team of people who can deliver with 100% accountability quickly and efficiently, and be able to iterate and be able to measure and see the impacts of everything you do is just awesome. Being a business owner is new for me. I love it. I have personal stake in this. Is sweat equity. Someone says, well, how many hours a week are you working? I'm like, whatever it takes.
All
right?
of them.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever it takes. Our agents come first. We always want to make sure that they're happy. We always want to make sure that they are, presenting themselves to their clients in the best possible way. So, it's fun to do that. It's fun to talk about things. And when you're taking, a concept to an agent and they're happy with it, that's reassuring. You get personal gratification out of that. I'm a big believer in life insurance as a consumer of it, as someone who has spent a good part of their career in it. And what I firmly believe over the last few years is that we've kind of done the American public a bit of a disservice, right? So many people have a protection need in this country, and the gap is growing, not shrinking. Maybe there's some increase through COVID, certainly, but overall, the gap is growing. And so we need to make it easier for agents to place business. We need to make it simpler. It's too hard right now, right? And a couple of years ago, the big push was direct to consumer. Not to say direct to consumer is bad. It's just not going to replace the agent. I've done so many customer interviews where as they go through the buying process, they just are wrought with uncertainty, even though they're in the middle of buying it, right? They want reassurance, and that's what the agent does. And I think until we can invent a technology that allows consumers to wake up every morning and say, I need to go buy life insurance, the agent is going to be the main driver of purchase. So that's where we need to focus. And that's why we built Plum around the agent.
That is absolutely awesome. Well, we greatly appreciate your time. We know it's incredibly valuable. One more time, where should all of our agents and advisors go to learn more?
Go to helloplum.com, click on Become a Partner, and get registered.
Awesome. This has been Seth Greene with Rahim Rajpar of Plum Life. Rahim, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Seth. That was great.
Thanks, everybody, for watching or listening. We'll talk to you or see you next time.